Evening. So I want to talk a little bit today about kind of consciousness versus unconsciousness and the way it just kind of all fits together. Consciousness and subconscious, I mean, there's huge philosophical debate on the philosophy side of things, but from a practical standpoint, really the difference between conscious and subconscious is whether it's an active process or a passive process. So in here, ooh, is that backwards for you guys? Let's see what I can do about that later. So ideally, in the scope of things, right? So you have your conscious brain, which is your logic, your reason, and your willpower. And the interesting thing about willpower is it's a finite resource, right? We either have it in reserve and then we can use it, and then we have to replenish it. The moment we get rid of our willpower or the battery runs out for the willpower, that's when we're going to fall back to our internal programming. So this is going to be our beliefs, our paradigms, our programming. What is our identity? So that's kind of our subconscious. So anything that's an automatic reflex. Have you ever had the I want something, I don't want something? Anybody who's ever done like a weight loss or something like that, or a special diet has probably encountered this one. Somebody brings a treat to work, and you shouldn't be eating them. So you're like, oh, that's really cool. I want one. Thank you. Versus, ooh, I probably need to lose weight or something like that. So it's kind of that bouncing back and forth. So that's our willpower running down, and we're falling back on the process. Oh, I deserve a treat, right? That's our subconscious maybe talking. And then, so our logic and reasoning, we could say, oh, well, on a diet, probably shouldn't eat it. Our goal is to lose weight. And that works all fine and dandy up until the point you run out of willpower, and then you fall back onto whatever your current programming, identity, belief structures are. Which is why it's so important to build up those behind-the-scene processes, those subconscious processes, to when our willpower does run out, we're congruent with what our goals are. So if our goal is different from our subconscious to our conscious processes, that's where we're starting to deviate. So for example, from a business perspective, if the goal is to push through something that's hard, but our subconscious is saying, oh, maybe we're not good enough for this, well, we're going to find excuses then to not actually go and do said thing, which is ultimately not going to fulfill our goal. Because willpower is that finite resource, and we're eventually going to run out of it. I mean, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. So we want to be able to be congruent in both the conscious and subconscious processes. Makes everything a lot smoother. So if you guys want to go into this a little bit more, I'd be happy to dive into each one of those topics and maybe talk about the pyramid if you ever heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. There's kind of one for the mind as well. So how Maslow kind of talks about the external forces, whereas the subconscious tree or pyramid is all about kind of more the internal processes. But let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.